Sorry if that's not how you're supposed to say it, but that was weird. Alright, what's going on, everyone? Today we're mixing it up a little bit because I was gone this entire weekend on a retreat. We're doing a Q&A video. Posted a picture on my Instagram asking you guys for some questions, and I got a bunch, so we're going to dive into this, and I'm going to answer. Do I look too white? I'm going to mess with the shades. Is that better? Still moving. Is that better? Am I less like shiny white now? Alright, sit back, relax, enjoy this video. We're going to dive into these questions. Hopefully you learn something new and exciting about my life. First question from Coach Adriel. Did you have any fears or hesitation about starting a vlog and putting yourself out there? For sure, absolutely, because I have actually tried making vlog style videos on this channel before, and they are no longer on this channel because they were so awkward. So first of all, trying to make videos where like I can actually explain what I'm trying to say and not be super awkward in front of the camera, making my life seem interesting enough that people will watch, because my life's not like the most interesting thing. So, you know, editing in a way, making some kind of style that is engaging enough. And the fact of just like walking around talking to a camera, that's not super normal. That's definitely something that I was somewhat hesitant about, but I found that, you know, it's not really as difficult, as hard, as awkward as I thought it would be. And I think for the most part, we've done a pretty decent job. Connor McGingy, if that's how you say it, what made you start vlogging? Was it hard at first, which I kind of just talked about, and also any tips on how to get started? Well, the reason I decided to start making these kind of vlog style videos and do this whole year of the vlog thing is I think I felt like it would be a more effective way to do what I'm trying to do with these videos. As I've said before, the reason I make YouTube videos, the reason I have this channel is to spread motivation, inspiration, informative stuff, spread positivity, uplifting messages, and I felt that making vlog style videos, making these like day in the life videos would be in a more effective way to spread that message, instead of the kind of videos I'm making before, like the straightforward informational or like edits or the different stuff I was making before. This way, this vlog style video is more showing you how I live instead of telling you about it. So I feel like that's a more effective way to relate. I think these are more relatable, and I'm able to express my message in a very relatable and more effective way. Tips on starting for YouTube in general. The first thing that I would say is make a game plan. What kind of channel are you? What kind of content are you going to promote? Sorry. What kind of content are you going to promote? Like, are you a fitness-related channel? Are you going to be a fashion channel, a gaming channel, you know, whatever your content may be. Define what style of videos you're going to make, like sit-down informational videos, vlog-style videos, cinematic edits, that kind of stuff. So establish your style, establish your game plan, what kind of content you're going to make, how you're going to present that content, and then get yourself a decent camera, start recording, figure out how to do basic video editing, and upload videos. But also, it's important, obviously, you start with 0 subscribers, you're not going to have anyone to watch your videos, so share your videos on social media. Share them with your friends, share them with your family. When you start out, no one's going to be watching your videos except for the people that you like directly show them to. So don't be afraid to like tell people that you make videos and make it public that you make videos, because when you start off, the only people that are going to be watching your stuff is your family and your friends. So be open about it. Just go for it. Make videos, share them with people, and then you can go from there. Got 2 here from Dan Mochamp 2. Sorry if that's not how you're supposed to say it, but that was weird. Do you have any aspirations to compete in a bodybuilding or powerlifting competition? I will say that bodybuilding, probably not. I really think that last year, by the end of my senior shred diet, I was in like pretty much bodybuilding show like conditioning. Like I was really lean, and I think that I might have been lean enough to do decently well in a like low-end bodybuilding show. However, the process of getting that lean, everything I had to go to was by far the most difficult fitness-related thing I've ever done, and I don't know if I ever want to go through that process again. I may never be as lean as I was then ever again in my life. So probably not likely for bodybuilding. Powerlifting, I will say, is more possible. I think my numbers are pretty decent, especially if I can actually get my squat fixed, but I will say it's possible, but maybe not likely. Just the idea of prepping my body and like training specifically for a like one-time all-out max-out day, just knowing that my body is kind of like on and off with like how I'm feeling, and it just may not be my day. You know, the idea just doesn't really excite me a whole lot, especially with having to pay to enter a competition just to like max out on your squat, bench, and deadlift. I don't know. It's not super interesting to me. I'll say it's possible. Maybe it's something I'll do at some point in my life, but who knows? Second question from Dan is, I know you eat a lot of chicken and sometimes pork, but why don't you ever eat beef? So I guess I tend to say in my vlogs a lot that I eat a lot of chicken, which is 100% true. Like chicken breast, that's the #1 go-to. If they have that in the dining hall, I mean chicken breast. And then I guess a lot of times I'll say that I sometimes eat pork as like a second option. But in reality, I do eat beef like often enough. Really eating wise in terms of proteins, like it'll be chicken, #1. If they got chicken breast at the dining hall, I'm going with chicken. If they don't, next most common is actually probably fish, especially if it's like a Friday in Lent. You can't eat meat, but if they don't have chicken, probably next thing I'll look for is fish. And then after that, the next most common things I'll look for is pork or beef. And they just tend to have leaner pork more often than they have leaner beef, if that's just like what I'm, the options that I'm looking for. So that's why I tend, I guess, not to eat beef as much in the videos. I don't know. From Ryan Thiede, he asks, do you think that you can make better food than me? Look at my Snapchat story. Okay, well, let's pull up this little meal on the screen here. You know, Thiede, it looks above average. I'll give you that. But you've forgotten the most important ingredient. There's no sriracha and mustard on this thing. I don't know how you can consider yourself a chef. Kyle Youngers asks, who is your favorite brother? Kyle, this is such an inappropriate question. Why would you want me to pick favorites among my brothers? That's completely against the rules. But if I did have to pick one, it'd probably be Jeff, a little-known fifth brother. He was disowned from the family. We don't talk about it much. Max Hazer, do you even lift? Excuse me? Vinny Weiss. Remember when I used to throw you in trees? I totally forgot about this until I read this. Vinny is an old friend of mine from middle school, and we used to have this joke where he said he was going to throw me in a tree because he was shorter than everyone. So dumb. Good times. Good times back in the good old days. Vinny, I miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Got a barrage of questions now from my old friend Paul Quinn. He asks, what up, Troy, my hoops boy? More like, what up, Troy, my hoops boy? Very few people will understand that reference. Another one, when you're older, would you consider being a youth minister? I've definitely considered it. I think that would be a great job, and it's actually very possible that that's something that I might do at some point in my life. But I will say that in the grand scheme of things, I plan on doing something similar. Then ask, if you were a youth minister, would you consider starting a mass band like the one at QP? So, background, mass band was a group that Paul and I and others were in that played and sang music at mass at my home church. It's an awesome group. I love being a part of it. And if you are someone that is in high school in the Madison area, I highly recommend you join it at Queen of Peace. But yeah, if I was a youth minister, I would love to do something like that. And last question from Paul, in your opinion, when and where is the best place for prayer? Ooh, that rhymed, bars. For me, I love nature, big nature guy, and I definitely feel God's presence a lot when I'm, out in the woods, out amongst the trees, when I'm out in God's creation. Another thing, I love singing as a form of prayer, so I love playing guitar, and I love singing Jesus music as a way to connect with God. And also something that I've done a lot here at school is I have, a chapel within a minute or two walk from my dorm, so I love to be able to take advantage of that. I like praying in the chapel, and I have been trying to do that daily as in the morning, which I've shown a bunch in the video and I say all the time in the vlog, the best way to start the day is in prayer. Related question, my friend Sam Gray asks tips on a better prayer life. So I touched on this a little in a talk that I was able to give this weekend, which I will have linked up on the screen here. It was a very cool opportunity, and I'll talk about it, the talk that I gave, a little more in the next vlog. But I think what helps me a lot is seeing it as a relationship, a friendship with Jesus. And just like in any other relationship, in order to maintain that friendship and build that relationship, it requires spending meaningful time together and talking with each other. So that comes in prayer. That is when you spend time with Jesus and build that relationship and, become better friends with him. And another thing that I think about, which has helped me a lot, is if you look at it this way. If you think about your best friend or someone that you just really love spending time with, someone that you want to be around all the time, that kind of person, you are that person to Jesus. Jesus wants to spend as much time with you as he can. And if you think about it, if your best friend, if the person that you love spending time with is always busy and they don't spend time with you, they don't make time to spend with you, if they're hanging out with other people instead of hanging out with you, it kind of brings you down. It doesn't make you feel as good because you want to spend that time with them and they don't feel the same way. And if you think about it, when you choose to do other things instead of prayer, if you're too busy or you choose not to spend time with prayer, that is you choosing not to spend that time with Jesus, who wants nothing more than to spend that time with you and to build that relationship with you, because you are that person to Jesus that he wants nothing more than to spend that time with. So if you think about that, if you don't spend time in prayer, then you're letting Jesus down because he wants nothing more than to spend that time with you. That helps you to put you in the mindset yeah, I got to spend this time with Jesus. I got to build this relationship with Jesus because he wants nothing more than that. And then I want nothing more than that either. So then, pray. And maybe if it helps you to pick a time during the day, if that helps you to pick, I always say start off your morning in prayer, or maybe pray right before bed, or pray around meals or before meals, because that is a very constant time in your day. Or something that I've done before is set a reminder on your phone. Make your phone lock screen something that reminds you to pray often, or wear some kind of wristband or something that reminds you to pray more often. And then you can build that habit of getting into prayer as often as you can, building that relationship with Christ, and go from there. V1NC3_91 asks, how do you receive the strength of God to change aspects of your life? What's beautiful about that is that he freely gives it, and it doesn't take much. All you have to do is ask for it. So it takes being faithful to God and faithful to his promises and being confident that you will receive that strength, and it's all yours. So like we just mentioned, it takes prayer. It takes building that relationship with Christ to have that confidence that he'll give you that strength. And then the strength of God is being able to receive that will allow you to be so confident in your life, and spending time with God, talking with him to help you better understand what you need strength for and what you need to change in your life. And then you're able to receive that strength. You are able to change your life through that relationship with God. Just so beautiful. We'll move back to more of a fitnessy question here. From Mason Wilkins, what kind of supplements or vitamins do you take, if any? I'm not a huge supplements guy. I really don't take much of anything. All I do is whey protein powder, which I really only use to throw in like my oatmeal. I don't really drink it with like shakes or anything. I just have it as something to throw into a meal to add a little extra protein to it if I'm low on protein throughout the day. Otherwise, I get most of my protein from like whole food sources. Other than that, I might take creatine when I'm bulking, but really, I don't really take supplements. They're not super necessary, so you really don't need them. Heal_S.B.I.G_. If you were in a band, what position would you put yourself into? I like this question. This is like the most unrelated question to anything else that I've gotten on a Q&A so far. I play guitar and I sing pretty well, so I guess I would be like lead vocals and play guitar, something like I don't know. Good question. Isabel Street asks, who do you have a crush on? Not quite familiar with the lingo. Don't know exactly what you mean by that. Could you explain a little more what you mean there? And lastly, from Jade Birch, she asked if you could go back and change something about your experience at AQ, which is the college I go to, what would it be? It's hard to say. I don't know really if I would change much of anything. I guess if anything, to maybe get involved in slightly less things, because I may be a little bit over involved. But otherwise, I'm very pleased with what I've found here, the initial impression I've been able to make, the way that I've been able to establish myself and stay true to who I am, not become someone that I don't want to be. I'm very proud. I'm very pleased with the way that my first year has gone. I'm very proud of where I stand. And that's all the questions I've got for this Q&A. Hopefully this video wasn't extremely long. I've got a little over 30 minutes of footage, so hopefully it's not crazy. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new about me today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments below if you like these Q&A style videos. If you have any further questions, let me know. And let me know if you like to see these videos more often. I definitely enjoy doing them. One, because they're easy, and two, it's a little more interactive. You guys get to learn a little more about my life that I might not necessarily say in a vlog. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, you just learned a whole lot of new stuff about my life. So you're basically obligated to hit that button down below, join the family, because it's the year of the vlog. Hop on the train, or get off the tracks. We're coming through. We'll pick back up with the normal vlogs in the next episode of the Beast Bulk series. But until then, that is it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.